Imran Khan, the chairman of Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf, PTI, has been a central figure in Pakistan's political landscape for over 2 decades. His leadership has been marked by both significant achievements and controversies. One of the most notable aspects of his political career is his advocacy for a struggle for freedom, which has been a recurring theme in his public discourse. This struggle, according to Khan, is not only about political freedom, but also about dismantling what he calls a corrupt and unjust system that controls Pakistan's governance, economy, and judiciary. This vision of freedom has been a key driver behind many of PTI's movements, including protests and sit-ins, Dharna, aimed at challenging the status quo. In 2022, Khan's party was ousted from power following a no-confidence vote, which he claims was part of an international conspiracy. Following this, Khan has led PTI in organizing massive rallies and protests across Pakistan, with the aim of reclaiming political power and pushing for reforms that would eliminate corruption, ensure accountability, and strengthen democratic institutions. His calls for freedom are deeply tied to these aims, as he believes that the political elite, with the help of foreign influences, have kept Pakistan's potential locked in a cycle of inefficiency and exploitation. The Strike for Freedom slogan has been one of PTI's rallying cries in recent years. It encapsulates Khan's opposition to what he sees as an illegitimate government, one that has suppressed the will of the people. Imran Khan argues that the PTI's defeat was not a fair reflection of public sentiment, but rather the result of a manipulated political process. This narrative has resonated deeply with his supporters, who view Khan as a symbol of resistance against the entrenched political establishment. The freedom he talks about, therefore, includes both political and economic sovereignty for the people of Pakistan, free from external and internal forces that he argues have controlled the country's fate for decades. The PTI-led Dharnas, sit-ins, are another key component of Khan's political strategy. The most notable Dharna occurred in 2014, when Khan led a prolonged protest in Islamabad demanding electoral reforms and the resignation of the then Prime Minister, Nawaz Sharif. Although this Dharna was eventually called off without achieving its immediate goals, it was a watershed moment in Pakistani politics, showcasing Khan's ability to mobilize mass protests and disrupt the political system. The more recent Dharnas and protests have followed a similar pattern, with PTI supporters taking to the streets to demand justice, freedom, and a return to what they consider true democracy. However, the political situation in Pakistan has become increasingly tense since Khan's removal from office. After his ouster, PTI has faced significant repression. Many of its leaders, including former ministers and lawmakers, have been arrested or disqualified. Imran Khan himself has faced legal challenges, including convictions and ongoing trials related to corruption and contempt of court. Despite this, Khan's popularity has remained strong among certain segments of the population, particularly in the urban middle class and among the youth, who see him as a beacon of hope for a better future. The political instability created by PTI's actions has had serious consequences for Pakistan's economy and governance. The country's financial troubles have worsened, with inflation, unemployment, and debt levels reaching alarming levels. This has fueled public discontent, with many citizens expressing frustration with the inability of the government to address these economic challenges.